Take your, household names, your Miles Davis, your Charlie Parker, your Sonny Rollins. I wonder if they ever sat down somewhere and say, I want to learn jazz, or did they say, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to play that music. It's a totally different thing. You have to have this feeling, that it's your life. My name is Lawrence Leathers, from Lansing, Michigan, born and raised in a few other places, Detroit, Fort Wayne, Chicago, residing in New York City, New York currently. And my gift is playing the drums, music. I've been playing the drums for 20 years now, about 20, 21 years. I wish I would have started when I was about 2, one of those child prodigies, something like this, on the Jenny Jones show. I was about 7 or 8, started going to church. I was like, man, I want to play the drums, man, I gotta play these. And actually a cat that turned out to be like my big brother, mentor, took me under his wing. He was actually playing the drums there now. He's Joe Lane, second. He's a pastor now in Muskegon, Michigan. I used to go up to the drums after every service and like tap on him and say, don't touch that, don't touch that. But hard-headed, I kept doing it. Joe, he was in the jazz band. I mean, at that point, I was looking up to him. He was just like, I was following him around. I was his shadow. And so he was playing jazz, but there was something about the feeling, just the beat, that just spoke to me, you know what I mean? And the swing pattern. The funny thing is, it locks right into, like, especially traditional gospel music, where it's just like, but anyway, that was the moment when I decided, like, I want to play drums. I mean, my style, how do I describe it? Definitely deeply oriented in swing. I don't know, I don't play a whole lot of, flashy stuff. Listening, that's one of my biggest assets. Like, Detroit's one of those, what they call them, a booing town. You might just get booed just because of the tie you got on, but there's this expectation that you're definitely held to, because there's just no time to play around with it. If you do, man, the cats will let you know. If you're playing, you just hear somebody come up from behind you and start playing the cymbal behind you, turn around and look, depending upon who it is, you just got to get on up. It's, a respect thing. There's a lot of politically correct, standpoints being taken or whatever, upheld in the scene and on the scene. It's more of a political game now in terms of, making everyone happy in this environment and this and that. But with that, you lose a lot of education about the music and about the feeling and the meaning of the music. Because, you need that. You need to know what's not acceptable, on a small and on a grand level. And I got a call to come up to Juilliard. Had to come out, man. I mean, it's turned out to be one of the better decisions of my life. That's how I got here, man. It's been a roundabout travel. Had to go from a small town to a bigger small town to the big city. Because me personally, honestly, man, I gave up everything that I had, everything that I owned, literally. I mean, for 3 months here in New York, I went 3 months homeless. I mean, I had help because I had friends. That's what the scene is missing, stuff like that, just like that sense of community. I mean, I made a choice to stay here. It's either go back home or stay in New York, and I chose to stay here. Man, Aaron Diehl is pianist, phenomenal pianist. Played on, I'm on a couple tunes on that live at the Players with a great bass player, Paul Sikivie, who also went to Juilliard. I did this thing called Zen, a violin. So basically it's a children's book explaining instruments. And so we did it's an animated book, so it comes with the DVD. And we just did the music to go along with the video. Eventually I'm trying to work, open up a teaching studio. Teaching just shows you how much you need to learn, and it also enhances your own thing. With J.C. Styles, man, just recorded an album with him and a great organist, Pat Bianchi, on Motema Records. It's entitled Exhilaration in Other States. What do I want to do, man? I want to be playing, man. I want to travel. I want to, you know, create music. You know what I mean? I want to, you know, put smiles on people's faces, frowns on people's faces. I mean, I want to teach, man. I want to give back. That's one of my main things right now, is definitely like giving back. That's, to me, being successful. This is Lawrence Leathers for Capsulocity.